A little bit about your backstory, how the gym gets started and why Joel did it.
Well, I met Dr. Joel before he was Dr. Joel. We went to college together at the University of Arizona here. And we had a lot of similarities, a lot of things in common there. We both enjoyed fitness, things of that nature. After college, he moved away and actually came back to Tucson as a pharmaceutical rep, where we were roommates at that time for a couple of years. And he decided that he did not want to be in pharmaceutical sales. He really wanted to pursue being a doctor of some kind. And so he left and went off on his journey to do so. And we've always just stayed in contact and we've remained friends. So it's, pretty exciting that we now get an opportunity to work together.
Yeah. So what made this all happen? Like, what was the phone call that said, hey, Joel, come down to get part of Prestige Edge, or you haven't been involved with it at all till this point, right?
Ask Ron about that. He's the one that instigated it.
Yeah.
So Ron, where were you seeing whenever you called me?
So I actually met Joel in college too with Joe. That's when Joe and I had started collaborating and we're really good friends and decided, hey, listen, we want to open up a gym together. And Joel was living with Joe at the time and we became friends and we would work out together. And I noticed he was just different. He was always in the library studying, wasn't a big party guy. And, I remember the conversation we had when he had come back from college for his rotation. And it was how one day we're going to be able to collaborate together. Well, fast forward, 15 years, we are now at the point where we're able to integrate the medical model into our Prestige Edge system, which is so unique. And the timing just worked out perfectly, like how it usually does when things are meant to be. And that's how I contacted Dr. Joel. And we sat down and said, hey, listen, we need to design the perfect protocol for clients to get results. You have the medical background. We have all the other metrics. So what can we do together?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I appreciate the opportunity. Ron reached out, saw that I was doing some social media with my company, Healthspan by Design. So I'm an emergency medicine physician. And I've switched gears over the past couple of years, creating my own practice that's centered around precision-based preventative medicine. And essentially what that is everybody's biology is unique. Their biochemistry is unique. So their treatment plan should be treated as such. I've seen a lot of chronic disease in the ER, and I see this huge disparity in healthcare, how people don't really have insight into their own health. So my goal with this project with Healthspan is to empower patients so that they actually know what's going on inside their health and their future health and prevent them from having future disease and ending up in the ER. Now, the whole thing between Prestige and Healthspan came about. Ron had mentioned, I did a rotation back in 2011, back in Arizona, whenever I was about to be going to my ER residency. And I saw this beautiful gym, Prestige. It wasn't what it is today, but I've always been involved in health and wellness, and I've wanted to incorporate a way to provide that for my patients. And right now, everything I do is virtual. But the fact Prestige has all of this stuff in-house, so we're collaborating all of the health optimization stuff with the medical stuff. And that's something that is extremely unique, very powerful, and something that I've always dreamed of. And now it's going to come to fruition because we have all the steps in place.
Wow. You guys want to talk about the details of procedures that you're adding or anything on that?
Sure.
Or what is like the big selling points, I guess, for
Okay.
is it like seminar more or whatever?
Yeah. Okay. So the Prestige Edge protocol is very, very unique. It's one of the things that provides the ultimate custom protocol for clients to have the right blueprint to get exactly where they want to go, both medically now and physiologically through fitness and nutrition. So what makes this so different is we're the only company that's instilling all the advanced biomarker lab work, hormonal areas that clients may or may not need, and coupling that with all the fitness protocols, nutrition protocols, to be able to give client, hey, here's where you are today. Here's where you want to go. Here's exactly what you need to do on all the different fronts, and we are going to help you get there.
One of the hardest things to do is to actually teach and mentor lifestyle optimization.
Okay.
Lifestyle optimization matters, and lifestyle optimization matters most.
Okay.
If we're looking at a gauge in terms of what drives your overall health, when I say your health span and your lifespan, health span being how well you live, obviously lifespan how long you live. Lifestyle optimization is 90% of that bucket. So what can we do to drive that needle? It's lifestyle optimization stuff. And the thing that kind of created this whole synergistic effect between Prestige and HealthSpan is they already get it. Their buckets, their lifestyle optimization tactics align with my lifestyle optimization tactics. So sleep, okay, movement and fitness, nutrition, stress and mindfulness. They already had that, and they have the infrastructure in place, and they actually have physical guidance for that, okay? As opposed to my practice is virtual. But the missing connection with all this is the fifth pillar, which is what I provide is tailored pharmacotherapy. So that's blood work that gives you insights into your health, looking underneath the hood, the stuff that goes beyond what you can do with diet and nutrition, the roadblocks that you don't necessarily see, the genetics that you have, and we tailor therapy based on those deficiencies. So that's where you get that last little needle that you need to drive your overall health.
Every client is getting the custom protocol, and what makes the model so unique is there's no other place that integrates all the fitness and nutrition along with the medical in one roof, under one program, where all the information is designed to be utilized together. And that creates the perfect blueprint for a client to get to where they want to go. I mean, you've been around for a long time in medicine. Have you ever seen anything like that?
Nothing like this. And I think what makes this so powerful is, and where Ron and I were having this conversation in the car, this is where health and medicine are going for the future, because your fitness and your lifestyle should not be separated from your medical therapy. They should be intertwined, because lifestyle matters way more than anything else. That creates the foundation for you. Think about the last time you went to your doctor. Do they have any idea what you eat, what you do in terms of your physical activity, what your daily life stressors are? No, I mean, unless you go to a specific type of doctor, but your general practitioner or your internal medicine doctor, they don't have time to go over that type of analysis with you. They're looking 1,000 yards ahead at stuff that's already manifested, disease that's already manifested. Our goal here is to be looking at little blips in time, little markers in time that say, hey, something's up. Let's adjust before we even get there. Chronic disease, all of chronic disease is a slow, progressive process until it becomes manifested with symptoms. Our goal here at Prestige, and even if you already do have chronic disease, we can help manage it and reverse it, or at least get it down to the optimal level that we can, that you're functioning at the highest level that you possibly can. So that's really the goal, and that's the future of medicine. It's not you going into your cardiologist's office and he's looking at your 10-year risk for heart attack and stroke. I want to know what your lifetime risk is for heart attack and stroke. People these days heart disease is the #1 killer in the United States and worldwide. Heart disease should be a disease of the past, because we know enough about it and what causes it and what we need to do to prevent it. And it takes time. It's not a 5-year risk. It's not a 10-year risk. You start early, decades in advance, and then you eliminate it from happening in the first place. So that's where we're going with medicine. That's where we're going with Prestige, lifestyle, and medicine combined.
And I think most people could relate to this that have ever been to a doctor of any kind. Have you ever heard a doctor not say, you need to go get exercise? Yeah. They will all tell you that. Right. But will they tell you, here's a custom program built for you. here's the dietary restrictions or needs that you have for your body. By the way, give this to your personal trainer and take your lab work, to your gym or to wherever it is that you're going. They don't do that. They don't know that.
Yeah.
That's not their area of expertise. But I think they all know through diet, through exercise, through the right lifestyle choices, you can live a better, more quality life moving forward, right?
Yep.
So again, this what we are doing here is going to bring all of that together.
Yeah, 100%.
And in the end, it's, you came here to Prestige because you want to feel good. You want to feel healthier. So then we sit down and say, okay, what does feeling good mean to you? Does that mean you have more energy all day to play with your grandkids? Does that mean you can finally go on that hike when you retire to Machu Picchu? Does that mean that you're not winded going up the stairs? So clients come in every day. They tell us, I want to feel healthy. I want to feel good. So we take a look at what that means and break it down into the science. Does that mean you want more cardiovascular capacity? So when you walk up the stairs, you're not exhausted? Do you want to feel more energy? Does that mean you got to be stronger and have a higher metabolic rate? Or do you want to feel good where you don't have pain all day because you have such lack of mobility? So when we combine all the science behind what we do in the fitness department, and when Dr. Musso incorporates all the advanced biomarkers in medicine, we're able to get you, the client, to feel good. And really, that's what you're here for.
So Ron, how many clients would you say will come in and say, I wish I had done this 10 years earlier, 20 years earlier?
I would say almost every single client within the first 2 months realizes how much benefit or how much better they feel after 6 to 8 weeks of training here and going through our program, that they always say, oh man, they have a sense of regret. Why didn't I do this 20 years ago? What could have been the compounding feeling I would be at today if I had been consistent 20 years ago doing this?
And as a doctor, your patients that you've seen in your career, how many do you look at and say, had you done these little things or taken these steps 10 years earlier, 20 years earlier, you might not be in the position you are today medically?
So many, and it's sad, but again, we're creating a movement, and you need to think about your health just like you are planning for retirement, right? Your health is your greatest asset, not money. It's your health. Think about when you die, what are the things that you want to have accomplished? Does it involve money and things? No, it involves your health, being with people, and being with people at the highest level, the highest functioning level. So the other thing, people say that they have regret. Yes, but I think the most important thing to note is it's never too late to start. And once you do start, we can create a path for you where you are improving your overall health span, which is how well you live, and we can do it quickly. And that's, I can't think of a better currency than improving how well you feel for the remainder of your life. That should be, the people that come to Prestige are already ahead of the game because they understand that. They want to optimize their health and they want to optimize their health span. And here, now with the medical collaboration, you're one step closer to that.